Let's make it a good day.
Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, let's make it a good day.
Welcome back. Some dogs love to take a ride in the car, but for others, a road trip can cause anxiety or even some motion sickness. Whether it's a vet visit or a vacation, it's important to make sure your dogs are safe and comfortable in the car. Here with tips for car rides and more, give it up for my friend, I love her, dog trainer, Katie K9.
Thank you.
Hi, love.
So
Good to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Are you having a good summer?
So far.
Look at you looking all tropical. Thank
Yes.
you for,
I was a little
Miami's behind me, so we're fitting right in.
I
Yeah.
am a flamingo nut.
Yes.
But, when I do appearances, you ever notice I don't have a dog?
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because everybody's paying attention to the dog and nobody's listening to what I'm saying.
This audience is listening to you right now. They're
Thank
listening.
you.
That's right.
Thank you. Just like when you bring your kids. Nobody looks at you or listens. They're paying attention.
Oh,
to
I
the
know
kids.
if I brought Milo or Elliot,
Yep.
it would be all about them.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay, I love that we're doing this because it is road trip season.
Yes.
Let's start with the very beginning. How do we get the little rugrats in the car?
I am amazed at how many people have a 100-pound dog and they're lifting it into the car.
Yes.
I'm just like, really? Okay, first of all, sometimes some dogs don't know how to use their rear end. The power off to get up. And the way the way the vans and the SUVs are made now, they're made for hardly any legroom. There used to be a big gap between the back seat and the seat, and now it's just kind of smushed. And most everybody wants to go from the ground up on the seat. And that's the word. No, you do. You start from the from the ground. Let's say this is the bottom of the car. Okay. We open the door. Okay. So what we want to do is take the dog and have a treat. I don't use treats, but treats come in handy. So you're going to let him sniff it. And go. Oh, I got a treat. I got a treat. And then you're going to put it on the ledge of where the door would open. Okay.
Okay.
The door's open. And you're going to put. Oh, look! I got a treat. Okay. And he's going to come up and never pull the dog to it. Have him on a leash so he can't run from you, but keep the leash loose. Look what I got a treat. And when they come in, if they don't, just drop one in front and kind of walk them to the car. And so now remember the door is open and we want him to go to the floor. So when he comes and takes the treat regularly from the side, now we're going to put it in just a little bit farther on the floor. Look what I got. We're not going to concerned on what word like hop in. We just want to get him so excited. And so, oh, look, I got treat. Come on, we can do this. And 9 times out of 10, then they'll put their paws up. Okay, the back end is still on the ground. Oh, yay, you did good. Be just happy. Okay, and then he might back out. No problem. Look, I got a treat. Pitch it in a little bit farther. And all of a sudden, the dog is leaning in, and all of a sudden, the back legs are trying to get in. And before you know it, you just pop it on the floor. The dog jumps in, and then they go up onto the seat.
It's funny. Jeff does that to get me in the car for fast food field trips. The same thing. That's what Jeff does. Yeah.
But everybody wants to.
Come on, Jason. We're going to DQ. Come on.
Get them excited.
Yeah.
Because almost everybody, like I say, they want to do it so fast and not let the dog negotiate it.
Okay, once they're in there, I mentioned in the intro that dogs, just like humans, can get motion sickness.
Yes, they can.
Is there any trick to dealing or helping with that?
Well, ginger settles the stomach, okay, nausea. So what you want to do is you can take regular ginger and grate it and mix it like maybe a little bit of brown Schweigert or something like that, or canned cat food. If you're trying to get a dog to eat anything and they won't, brown Schweigert and canned cat food works every time.
Why?
Who knows? Because dogs do things according to smellability, not patability. Remember, dogs have 1,700 taste buds. We have 9,000 taste buds. Okay, so if it smells cool, they're all about it. So then you put the little ginger. And what we want to do is get, at first, start with your dinners and put, you got ginger in the, powdered ginger in your cupboard. Put a little bit on their, like a pinch on their dinner. Because there you go, we want to get them used to the smell of ginger. And then, like I said, when you're going to go for, the ground ginger is more potent. You can make your own ginger snaps by just a cookie recipe without the sugar. And you can add a little bit more ginger to it. But we want to get them used to the smell so that, let's say you're going to go 15 minutes before you're ready to go for a car ride, you're going to give them a ginger snap.
I was just going to ask.
Right.
How about a meal? When should you feed them before?
if you're going to be going on any kind of road trip, if you're leaving, let's say early in the morning, 6 o'clock, don't even feed the dog, okay? Because you're just putting in there and you're going to be picking it up later if you're having problems with this, okay?
Jeff has the same problem with me on the fast food field trips, yeah.
And so that's why what you want to do is, and the biggest thing, if your dog does have motion sickness, think about this. Most dogs only go, when they get in the car, they go to the vet or to the groomer. They don't, it's not a pleasing experience. So they get themselves all
worked up.
I'm out of here, I'm out of here. And so if it's something as simple, once you got them jumping in and out really nice, okay, then now just go to the end of the driveway, come back, out, yay, we had fun. And then eventually we go down the block a little bit.
Jeff does the same thing with me.
Okay, then they come back, oh, yay. And so pretty soon you're going around the block longer and further. So baby step it in for that motion sickness. And see, sometimes some dogs, just like a people, if they see things going by them, that causes it. The dog is best in the back seat in the middle, not on the side.
In the middle.
In the middle, because there's less motion going on.
More with Katie, including your questions from social when we return. Back after this, everyone. You've had a good summer? Good summer? Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, everyone. We're going to get to your social media questions in just a little bit, but there's something else you wanted to say about traveling with your dog.
A couple of things. Number one, do not put these little dogs in the lap while you are driving, because if you had to hit your brake fast, that dog could slide down into your feet, okay, and then cause an accident, or it could fall out.
I didn't even think about that.
And it could fall out the window. Okay, all dogs and kids belong in the back seat, well, especially those of you guys got small dogs. If you get in an accident and that airbag deploys, that dog's dead. Okay, so that's why it's not so cute to have them in the front seat with you. You want them in the back, that's safe.
Yeah,
okay?
that's a good idea.
Yeah, and then also dog heads out the window. Drives me up a tree. Because the thing is like you go on a motorcycle ride and all the bugs and crap is going to get in your eyes. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden you're going to have a gazillion-dollar vet bill for the crap that got into your dog's eyes.
Yeah, you may think it's cute, but don't do it.
No,
yeah.
So there's goggles you can get for it, and you just teach them to wear it. You know, that's fun.
And if you put those on your dog, please send us the video.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
You said you have a kit, right?
Oh, yeah, but no, just a second. Yeah.
Okay.
But the thing is that also, too, people don't realize, you know the harnesses they put on dogs for, being in the car?
Yeah.
Okay, there is none approved that have gone through crash tests. Okay, and then there's only one kennel that has gone through a crash test that passed. I had to write it down because I always forget it. It's called Rough Land Kennel, and it's the only one that has ever gone through a crash test, and it was okay. Okay, where it won, but otherwise, when you put your car, if you use those plastic type or the wire type, you better belt it in. But because even though you might have survived the accident, that kennel coming through the car didn't help you a bit.
Yeah.
So
let's get to your kit.
Well,
what do you
I
have
got
in the
here,
kit?
this is like a lunchbox. When you travel with your dogs, this is for humans and dogs. You want a first aid kit. You want like your betadine, tweezers, vet wrap. Scissors that's a non-blunt scissors, okay? And then the biggest thing for dogs is liquid bandages. In case they rip their ear or something, okay, what you do is you'll get the bleeding stopped and then quick put the liquid bandage on, because usually you're not by a vet, so you've got to be worried, you have to have your stuff. So that's why this is a human and a dog, simple, and it's just, this thing is so old. Yeah, it's so old. So that's why.
Yesterday, on our Jason Show Facebook page, we asked for dog training questions, and we got hundreds of them. Obviously, we can't get to them all, but here we go. First up, Kristen.
I can talk fast.
Yeah. Kristen kicks us off with a timely question for the 4th of July. Hey, Katie, any tips on helping my lab deal with fireworks?
Yeah, I know. That's a gazillion $million. This is what people do wrong, is they wait till 2 days before the 4th of July. What should I do? I had the same problem last year, but you didn't work on it through the year.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing, is that because it's not, the worst thing you can do is have you on the couch and go, oh, it's going to be okay. You don't do that. It's not okay. The dog is scared. So what you want to do is I go to the basement, put on white noises, the TV, and then give the dog something special, toys, plays do tricks, nose work game. If you're going to do CBD oil, do human CBD oil. Don't do what's made for the animals. The pet industry is the biggest secret. They put a drop in it and say it's in there, but not enough to help your dog. Okay, so that's why a lot of these chews are not a good thing. Watch the lawsuit comes in. I haven't mentioned any names.
This is just your opinion. It's just your opinion.
No,
yeah.
but it is that they've done some research on where they've sent the chews and stuff like that into how much was in there, and it was astounding that there's not enough.
Janelle is next. How do you stop food aggression between dogs?
You feed them in separate rooms.
We'll be right back. No, I'm just joking. Yeah.
Well, everybody wants everybody to eat together. In the dog world, eating is competition, even your competition. If you're sitting there and your dog's eating, your competition. And so some dogs, they're made to just rip, gulp, gulp, swallow, swallow. They don't chew their food. They just inhale it. And then they're always looking like, you're not going to take my food, are you? Okay?
Again, that's Jeff and me during fast food field trips. Yeah.
But so that's why when you have multiple dogs, and the time will come that one will eat faster and decide to go over to this one like, hey, how much you got in there? Okay, and all of a sudden all hell breaks loose. And so that's why, no, separate feeding, feed one in the bathroom, one in the laundry room, one in the kitchen, however many dogs you got, but feed them separately.
More questions from you when we return right after this. These are great, Katie. These are great. Welcome back. Hello, Seattle, Miami,
I'm dressed for it.
Our good buddy Katie K9 is here answering more of your questions from our socials. Carol is next. Hello, Carol. My 1-year-old has a problem with mounting other dogs when he gets excited at doggy daycare.
Yeah.
Since he only does this there and not when I'm around, how can I train him? That's a good question.
Well, yeah, because everybody thinks humping is a sexual thing, and it's not. A lot of dogs, when they get really excited, like when people come over, they'll run to like a stuffed animal, because some people think it's cute to watch a dog hump something. And anyway, and they create a mess. And so that's why, starting at puppyhood, if you see them humping things, wrong. All right, hey, leave it.
I call it the Katie K9 noise. This is it. You ready? Can I do?
Yeah.
Can I do it? Here we go. Again, Jeff does that to me too. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, so when it's in that kind of setting, that's telling me the dog's getting overstimulated at doggy daycare, and I wouldn't go back. I'm sorry. The doggy daycare stuff is way overrated. You know, dogs would rather spend time with you. And when they get older, usually about 3 to 4 years old, they're done playing and partying. They kind of want to just hang out.
It's like your 30s.
Right, yeah. Exactly. That's exactly it.
Like,
and so that's why, but they insist, well, I don't want my dog to be bored. He's not bored. He's content to just hang out until you get home.
Yeah.
And then as far as energy levels, you drain the brain, remember, teach tricks, nose work, do some obedience, and you'll have a calmer, steadier dog. So.
Next is Tanya. She writes, hey, Katie, when my husband gives our puppy a bath, he doesn't wear any clothes and gets scratched. Is this normal?
I'm taking on a visual here.
I think this is Tanya Sturm. I think we know. I don't want to call anybody out, but I think our photographer Eric does this. Katie, you don't have to answer this question. I just,
I think the answer is obvious.
Yeah.
Put something on.
Katie, can I tell you, and I want to get back, this is a hand to Oprah. At 5 a.m., 5:15, I gossip with Jeff and Eric in Jeff's office. And a couple days ago, Katie, I walk in and I always go, hey, Jeff, what did you do last night? And then I go over to Eric. Eric, what did you do last night? And Eric goes, and I quote, are you ready?
Yes.
And you've heard it all with dogs. He goes, I was giving Boo Boo a bath naked.
I have some comments on that, but this is a family show.
I know. He goes, I was bathing Boo Boo naked, and Boo Boo scratched my testicle. That's
Yeah.
Katie.
No, it doesn't take rocket science.
These are the people I work with. These are Yeah. What? I know. Jeff wasn't involved. I wasn't in the bath either. I just want to be clear. Yeah. We're joking. Anyway, let's get back to the questions. Our next question comes from Nancy. How can I get our puppy to stop eating his leash?
You get the spray bottle, you know, from like the big box stores. It's a short one. You go, it depends on what, if it's a big dog, use a half organic apple cider vinegar, half water. And when he goes for the leash, you just give the growl, blast, and then go leave it. You know, as his mouth is on the leash, blast, leave it. If it's a small dog, get yourself the pop can or beer can. Put five pennies in it, tape the top of it with bright tape so that you know it's the shake can and not the can you're drinking. And so then when they grab the leash, shake the can, leave it. Okay, as soon as they back off, remember we don't say good girl or good boy. We calmly say thank you or very nice. You want to stay calm and steady, be what you want your dog to be.
And why don't you say, repeat,
because everybody, when you go good boy, every time all you folks that have dogs are, you know, when the minute you ask them to sit and go good boy, what does the dog do? Yes, I'm a good boy. They get all crazy. They don't hold the sit, and they're jumping all over you now. It makes them all goofy. It takes them from sitting in a calm moment into recess mode. Let's go nuts, okay? So by saying just calmly thank you or very nice, the dogs stay calm and steady and can focus and hold the thought that you want.
Next is Dana. Hey, Katie. How do you untrain a dog who thinks he needs treats every single time he comes from outside? He'll sit at the threshold of the door and not come in unless he sees a treat.
Yeah. Yeah, boy, that dog's trained that owner.
That's
well.
right. This is why, one of the reasons you don't like treat training.
No, so what you do is you go get a squeaker toy. Okay, and let's say this is the door, and I'm standing here and the dog's not coming in. Then I'm just gonna squeak, hey, look what I got. Squeak, 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 and I'm gonna toss it. All of a sudden the dog's gonna go, whoa, I'll go get that. Dog's in, no treat. Now give him a little scooch in the chest. Remember the scooch in the chest?
Yeah.
If you go to the front of your dog's chest, not underneath, but the front, there's a chest bone and there's a divot on either side. If you point your finger, your middle finger, and give a little scooch, you just go, thank you. And it's a calming pressure point for all dogs. And so that's why instead of giving the treat, give him a scooch. The dog will love that 10 times more than this.
Jeff does the same.
Poor Jeff.
Give it up for Katie K9, everybody. Head to her website, katiek9.com, for more. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody. Back in a moment.